Welcome to GameTaffy.com news. I'm your host, Ben Davis, and before you say anything, I know that there's some really bad audio. There's nothing I can do about it. I've tried to contact Logitech. They're just awful to work with. And so eventually, I'll get it fixed. I just need to know how. That's all, so hopefully soon. So let's start off with the three biggest stories in my opinion, the stories that have me most interested, and the biggest one is about the PlayStation 4. Now, I am a bit of a PlayStation fanboy, so I do follow PlayStation 4 news somewhat religiously, and according to Inside Gaming from Machinima, the PlayStation 4 will not allow you to capture footage directly from the system. So I capture footage for my reviews, and I'm going to start doing some top fives, and I capture footage through the Xbox 360, the Wii, and the PlayStation 3, no problem. Now, according to Inside Gaming, it has been confirmed from an employee inside of PlayStation that they are not going to allow you to capture anything. You can use Twitch and Ustream, but Sony is still unclear about how you can use Twitch and Ustream and whether or not you can keep that footage, how long that footage can be, any of that stuff. Now, let's see. Today, this afternoon, Shuhei Yoshida from Sony said in a tweet, and I'm going to read it, "We'd like to keep gamers happy and are considering every possibility regarding PS4's gameplay capture. We'll update you as soon as ready." So, now here's my haha, kind of funny, cute thinking on it. Xbox One had a really awful time trying to get people interested, and so it seems as though PlayStation 4 is saying, here's something that sucks about us. There you go, Xbox, have that. But on the real, both of the Japanese companies don't seem to understand how people play video games. So you've got Nintendo, and they're going after anyone who uses their games in a YouTube channel and trying to make sure that they don't monetize and match the third-party content with Nintendo. And now, if this is true, you're going to have PlayStation essentially saying, no, we don't want you to share gameplay. We don't want you to have an open forum where people can see how you play this game or where you can show off what you do. So essentially, it's proving that these two Japanese console makers really don't understand the world of gaming. And that is a shame. That's really bad. I hope it's not true. If it is true, I read in Game Informer on GameInformer.com that people are just going to flock to the Xbox One. And so every time you see a multi-console game and there's a review or a Let's Play, even if the person doesn't say this came from the Xbox One, you're going to see the buttons for the Xbox One, you're going to see the menus for it. It's essentially forcing YouTube to become a free advertising platform for Microsoft. And I'm sure that executives at Sony don't want to do that. But, you know, I don't run Sony. So, there you go. Meh. Alright, let's move on to some good news. So, for all of you cheap gamers out there like me, Dishonored, that fantastic, as I've heard, stealth action game produced by Bethesda and developed by Arcane Studios, is going to have a Game of the Year edition coming out on October 8th in North America for $40. So, I'm pretty excited for this. Last year when the game launched, I didn't know anything about it. I saw all the reviews for it and was very interested. Even tried to suggest to my wife that if she wanted to buy it for me, she could, but fortunately, she didn't. Now I can push that idea a little bit harder because it's the Game of the Year edition. It has everything in it. It's what I want for a very cheap price, and I like that. And then finally, in some kind of funny news, so one of the things that people call the Xbox One is the Xbone, and people at Microsoft think that that is an offensive name. You have journalists who are very polarized. Some only refer to the Xbox One as the Xbone. Others say, if you use that term, I don't take you seriously. Well, Microsoft bought Xbone.com. Like, that's a way to stop people from using that term. But I guess, if people are going to be using the terms, someone's going to just type in xbone.com, not even realizing that it's an offensive term, and so they can get that traffic / ad revenue right there. So good for them, I guess, but interesting stuff. We'll see what happens. So let me know, what do you think about the PlayStation 4 not letting you capture footage directly from the device? Does this change your plans on next-gen purchases? Are you still planning on getting the PlayStation 4 like I am at launch? Are you planning on switching over and getting the Xbox One? Do you not care anyway because you just play games to have fun? What are your thoughts? Leave them below in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching GameTaffy News. I'm your host, Ben Davis, and I'll see you soon.